Hey, what's up, family? Welcome back to another video. I am April Williams, a motivational speaker, a YouTuber, of course, and a podcaster. So on this video, y'all, I just wanted to come and share a few things and just really talk about things that I stopped doing once I really began to walk with God, once I, surrendered my life to God and really was living for God and serving His purpose and walking the path that He has created for my life, right? So number one is I stopped watching scary movies. Now, honestly, even before I started walking with the Lord for real, I wasn't even watching scary movies. Like, I used to watch when I was a lot younger, but when I got older, I'm like, it just wasn't it for me. Like, I'm telling you, it used to be horrible. Like, they really used to just disturb my spirit to the point where I remember I used to have nightmares. For years, I was just talking to one of my cousins about this earlier today. It's crazy that I remember, like, when I first seen one of the scary movies with, like, Michael Myers, like, for years, I was, like, really scared. Like, I just used to imagine him coming down the highway where I live and come and kill me. Like, that's how much those scary movies years ago that I watched when I was a lot younger, like, really disturbed my spirit. Like, it was crazy. So, for years, I had been stopped watching it, right? But I just feel like to each his own. Like, it's a lot of people who still watch scary movies. At the end of the day, if that's what they want to do, that's on them. I ain't telling nobody that they shouldn't watch it. All I'm saying is I go with what sits right and what don't sit right in my spirit, right? I'm very sensitive. The Lord has given me the spirit of discernment, so my spirit is very sensitive to certain things. And scary movies, like I said, it's one thing that never sit right with my spirit. It always irritated my spirit. It just vexes my spirit. So that's one way to know that if God don't want you doing something, watching something around somebody, going to a certain place, your spirit is really irritated, it's vexed, it's almost grieved. That's the Lord talking to you. Don't ignore that. So that's number one. Don't watch scary movies. Number two, I don't listen to rap, right? And when I say rap, I mean like hardcore rap. I used to love Kevin Gates, Boosie, Young Boy, Ride Wave. Like, I used to listen to all these rappers. I was big on rap. I'm from Louisiana, so of course, that's the culture, right? So when I really started walking with the Lord, speaking, motivating, doing all the things I do, I stopped listening to those rappers. And it's not because I'm walking with God now. It's not because of any of that. It's because I realized the things that I was, like, literally putting into my spirit every day. There's a lot of rappers who promote a lot of killing in their music, killing each other. And the thing about it is that's what's going on in the world. The more these rappers talk about killing each other, killing black men, young men of any race, that's what's going on. The more they talk about it, the more it happens. So once I realized that, I'm saying, okay, this is not healthy. I shouldn't be putting this in my spirit. I shouldn't be allowing this to play over and over in my mind. So that's why I stopped listening to it. Now, like I said, I stopped listening to hardcore rap. But I listen to Christian rap now. And it's crazy. I just love how it's so many great Christian rappers. Like I said, I stopped listening to Boosie, Kevin Gates, Young Boy, all these people, right? And I listen to people like Kieran the Light. Shout out to Kieran the Light. I listen to Brian T. Shout out to Brian T. Like, that was one of the big things that I was worried about because, like I say, I'm from Louisiana and I just love music. Music has always been like a form of stress relief for me. So I used to be so worried, like, okay, Lord, I stopped listening to Boosie and Kevin Gates. Like, I love these people's music. Who I'm going to listen to now? And literally, once I gave it up, the Lord led me to Christian rappers, like I said, who make wonderful music. Music that feeds your spirit, music that uplifts you and encourages you. I'm talking about these are some great Christian rappers. It's a lot more out there, I'm sure, but those are two of my favorites. Kieran the Light and Brian T. So make sure y'all check them out. So that's number two. Number three, I stopped going to clubs. Now, when I was really like in the world like that, living like everybody else did, doing what everybody else did, I used to love to go out. Like, especially like in my early 20s. Like, I used to love to go out. Me and my homegirls would get together. We'll go out. We'll have us a good old time. I'm talking about dancing with the devil. Like, so I realized that, and that's one thing, like I said, you're going to notice as well. Like, as things change in your life, certain environments not even going to feel right to you. It's people who go out now and they literally, their spirit will be vexed. But instead of listening to their spirit and saying, okay, God don't want me here, I ain't going to go here no more, they going to still go, right? So it gets to the point where you just got to get tired on your own. If you still doing that, I ain't judging nobody. You just have to get tired on your own, and then you're going to realize, okay, If I stop doing this, if I sacrifice and give up this, God is going to show me a different way. He's going to lead me to something else that I enjoy. So that's number 3. Number 4, I stopped smoking weed. I shared on many occasions how I used to love to smoke weed. I used to be addicted to weed. Weed really messed me up internally to the point where when I stopped smoking, I used to smoke so much. And when I stopped, it's like my appetite left me completely for months. So I lost a lot of weight. It's been about 2 years now since I stopped smoking weed. Like I said, I lost a lot of weight. I lost probably like 30 pounds. And I'm just starting to really gain that weight back from 2 years ago that I lost. So that's one thing I stopped doing. I stopped smoking weed. I felt like weed had really took over me to the point where I didn't even want, if I didn't have any weed, I didn't even want to be bothered with nobody. I wasn't myself. I had an attitude. It's like it almost takes you out of character. I was isolated. Like I'd come in the house and smoke and not even gonna be bothered with people. It's like you be paranoid, all type of things. And one scripture that I found later on once I stopped smoking that really encouraged me not to ever go back was I'm gonna list it in the comments in the caption, but it was the scripture that says be alert. I believe it's in First Peter. I believe that's First Peter. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking out someone to devour. And think about it, that's the same thing as being drunk. When we're drunk, when we high, you're not, in your right mind. You're not sober minded. So that's why when a person is high, when a person is intoxicated, they may go do things that the next day they regret, right? Because your mind is being influenced by evil spirits and demonic forces. So like I say, smoking weed, that's something I could never go back to doing because it really, like I say, messed me up. I feel like however weed was made back in the day, around the time I was smoking, those years I was smoking, they was putting different stuff in it, all these different chemicals and all that. So I feel like that's what messed my stomach up. Still to this day, I still have problems with my stomach. So I just encourage anybody, please stop smoking. It's going to do you good when you get that out your system. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be more focused, more motivated. And like I said, your mind gonna be not gonna be influenced by all these demonic forces and spirits. So that's the 4 things I gave up when I really started walking with the Lord. Number 1, stop watching scary movies. Number 2, stop listening to hardcore rap. Number 3, stop going out and clubbing. And number 4, stop smoking weed. So I hope you all enjoyed this video and took something from it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all on the next one.